Hey guys, first of all, I apologize that my camper is terribly dirty, and the reason being is that I just moved 3 states over to a new property, and I had 5 or 6 people in and out of here all day working in a muddy field, pulling ton rocks and clearing brush and trees. So, anyways, I searched the internet high and low for a safe, efficient, straightforward yet thorough tutorial on how to connect your car speakers 12 volts to your powered active um, standard wall outlet 110 to 120 volts AC speaker. And one thing I should say is definitely put in the research on how to do this correctly for your own system and do it correctly. Don't just jump the gun. Don't just use an Xbox 360 power supply. Um, so, in my opinion, this is the right way to do this and the safest and also easiest way to do this. I'm going to go through all of the cords that you need and even include an extra add-on that you can use the system with Bluetooth. So, the first and most important thing that you're going to need is this switch mode power supply that you can get on Amazon for $60 to $70. What this does is you plug it into a standard wall outlet, 110 to 120 volts AC, and it converts it into 12 volts DC. Now this is only for my subs, and my subs don't use more than 600 watts, which you need to look at RMS, which is continuous watts. You need to find your subs RMS and make sure that they don't go over 600 watts. You have to use RMS. It doesn't matter what other things you're looking at. You need to see RMS and make sure it doesn't go above 600 watts. If it doesn't, then you can use this switch mode power supply. So what this does is you plug it into a wall, and this is already wired in when you get it, and you take your, okay, I'm gonna say this again. My white wire is my negative. I didn't have black wire. You don't use white wire. This is my negative. I just didn't have it. This is supposed to be black, and I'll say it again. That's the negative. This is the positive. Red is the correct color. So what you do is you come over here and you find your ground. I forgot what this is, but you use your positive wire, and then your positive goes into your B or battery terminal, which is your hot wire. And you do this by making sure that you have the correct wire nut. And what you do is you take your positive on your switch mode power supply, and you go to your wire nut, and you have one wire going into your wire nut from your positive, and then it splits it into two. And then you have two red wires coming out that go into your REM and your battery, or your hot wire. And then your ground is your neutral. And I didn't use a wire nut because it didn't need to be split. And so this goes into your ground. Right? And so now we have power, and your amplifier has power. You just plug it right in and it works well. And then you need to make sure your subs are getting the power from your amplifier. And you do this by coming to your bridge and making sure that your negative is on your negative, and your positive, your red, is on your positive. And you do this for each sub if you have two subs. This is supposed to be black. This is my negative. I just didn't have black. So that comes over here, and you have one sub getting power. See the black handle? This black handle here, it's supposed to be black. And this red, the hot wire, goes into red. Now this sub has power from our switch mode power supply, and as does this one because I did the same thing on this side. So that's how you wire from your wall to your subs. And here's your additional wires that you're going to need. You're going to need your powered speakers, your powered active speakers power supply, which is a standardized wall outlet. And then you're going to need a dual line in. So what this is it's a dual line in. I believe these are 6 millimeters into a 3.5 millimeter, which is a standard aux. So you go around here and you plug in your dual line in. This, I forgot. I believe your red goes in your right. This one, I can't say for sure. I kind of am forgetting right now. And you get your red and your black in there, right? And then you put your power supply here. And you take your power supply and you would plug it into a wall outlet. Just like this. And you take your switch mode power supply and you plug it into the wall outlet. Just like that. And now both your powered and your powered speaker and your subs have power. And now to get sound out of your subs, you take an RCA to 3.5 millimeter aux, which is a standard phone jack for music, and you put it in your RCA jack on your line out. Line out. And then you take a headphone splitter, which is a female aux phone jack, which is basically what's on your phone. And you take your RCA, it's a headphone splitter, and then you take your RCA 3.5 millimeter and you push it in. And then you come over to your dual line in 3.5 millimeter and you put it on the other end of your headphone jack. Now you have a music input that goes to your subs and your powered active speaker. Now additionally, you can take off this headphone splitter here and get this three-way female 3.5 millimeter female aux. So what this is two female aux split into a female aux. And what this is for is putting a Bluetooth receiver into it, if I can find it. Right here. Bluetooth receiver. So you put your dual line in, and your RCA to aux in the other female part, the double, the split, and then you put your Bluetooth into your finalized input, your single. And now you can connect Bluetooth to this device, and you can have power to both your powered active speaker and your subs. And that's how you do it. I hope I was thorough, and I hope this was helpful. Sorry if it was a little jumbled and hectic, but I did my best. I hope this helps. Thanks.